Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, welcome to my video. My name is Zuna Konita. I'm from History of English Literature D class. In this video, I will explain about William Shakespeare as one of the influential figures in development of history of English literature. So without any further ado, let's move to the biography. William Shakespeare, baptized on April 26, 1564 and died on April 23, 1616, was an English playwright, poet, and actor. He is considered as the greatest English-speaking writer in history and is known as the national poet of England. Born into a modest family in Elizabethan era, Bard of Avon wrote at least 37 plays and sonnet collections, and founded the legendary Globe Theatre and helped transform the English language. His plays were primarily comedies, histories, and tragedies. Now about Shakespeare's play. Shakespeare's first play, believed to have been written before or about 1592, included all three of the major dramatic genres in the overbard: tragedy, Titus Andronicus; comedies, The Two Gentlemen of Verona, The Comedy of Errors, and The Taming of the Shrew; and history, trilogy, Henry VI and Richard III. Between the mid-1590s and his retirement around 1612, Shakespeare wrote his most famous 37-plus plays, including Romeo and Juliet, A Midsummer Night's Dream, Hamlet, King Lear, Macbeth, and The Tempest. Here are some of Shakespeare's plays sorted by genres. Comedies, The Taming of the Shrew, written between 1580 until 1590. The Comedy of Errors, written about 1594. Midsummer Night's Dream, written about 1595 until 1596. Merchant of Venice, written about 1596 until 1597. Much Ado About Nothing, written about 1598. As You Like It, written about 1599. Troilus and Cressida, written about 1601 until 1602. All's Well That Ends Well, written about 1603 until 1606. Measure for Measure, written about 1604. The Tempest, written about 1611. The Winter's Tale, written about 1611, and Cymbeline, written about 1610. Now, tragedies genre: Titus Andronicus, 1591 until 1592, Romeo and Juliet, 1595 until 1596, Julius Caesar, 1599, Hamlet, 1600, Othello, 1604, Timon of Athens, 1604 until 1606, King Lear, 1605 until 1606, Macbeth, 1606, Antony and Cleopatra, 1606 until 1607, Coriolanus, 1608. The last genre is histories. Trilogy of King Henry VI, 1591 until 1595. Richard III, 1592 until 1594, Richard II, 1595 until 1596, King John, 1595 until 1597, King Henry IV, Part 1 and 2, 1596 until 1598, King Henry V, 1599, King Henry VIII, 1613. Shakespeare published his first narrative poem, the erotic Venus and Adonis, attractively dedicated to his close friend, Henry Wriothesley, Earl of Southampton, while the London theatre was closed due to a plague in 1593. Many reprints of this work and a second one, The Rape of Lucrece, suggest that during his lifetime, the poet was known for his poetry. In Venus and Adonis, an innocent Adonis rejects the sexual advances of Venus, while in The Rape of Lucrece, the virtuous wife Lucrece is raped by lustful Tarquin. The poems show the guilt and moral confusion that result from uncontrolled lust. A third narrative poem, A Lover's Complaint, in which a young woman laments her seduction by a persuasive suitor, which cover a wide range of themes from love and sensuality to truth and beauty, was printed in 1609, possibly without the author's consent. The sonnets didn't get the same success as Shakespeare's previous lyrical works, perhaps because of their explicit sexual references or dark emotional characters. As a dramatist, Shakespeare is known for his frequent use of iambic pentameter, meditative soliloquies such as Hamlet's ubiquitous "to be or not to be" speech, and ingenious wordplay. His work weave together and reinvent theatrical convention dating back to ancient Greece, featuring assorted cast of characters with complex psyches and profoundly human interpersonal conflicts. Some of his plays, notably All's Well That Ends Well, Measure for Measure, and Troilus and Cressida, are characterized by moral ambiguity and jarring shift in tone, defying, much like life itself, classification as purely tragic or comic. While the poetry relies on extended, sometimes elaborate metaphor and conceit, and the language is often rhetorical, written for actors to declaim rather than speak. That's the end of the material. Thank you for watching, and I'm sorry if I have mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.